up, everybody? I am Jaxler, and by some stretch of luck, we're doing Whiplash tonight. Let's frickin' go! So for those who don't know how GDQ works, they usually take a couple of extra runs as backup just in case, you know, somebody isn't able to make it to the event. And so this game was picked for the backup. And very graciously, they have allowed me to come up here and do this for you tonight. If you've never seen this game before, this is one of the goofiest but also awesomest like 3D platformer adventure games. It was made by the Crystal Dynamics team, the same people who made like Tomb Raider, Gex Enter the Gecko. This is actually the game that they made after Gex 3, so it inherits a lot of that silliness to it, and it is very broken, and will go by very quick. But before we get into that, got a couple of my friends on the couch, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
What's up? I'm Helix. Y'all maybe saw me earlier. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, thank you. All right. I don't know anything about this game. Jaxler told me I wasn't allowed to know anything about this game, so I will be experiencing this along with all of you.
And I am CorundumCore. You can call me Ruby. I know literally one thing about this game.
Yeah, so this is a game that gets started very fast. Normally we start about a couple seconds into file select for first like major input, but I'm literally going to be doing inputs within the first like frames that the game loads in. So we're actually, just for the sake of making it easier for ourselves, we're just gonna start on file select. So let's get a countdown started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, Jaxler.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so this game probably holds the world record for quickest to get out of bounds from a fresh start. Sure. So that skip right there just saved about 3 minutes of an unskippable cut.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So this game's major speed tech is something called triple jumping. So if you do a jump, so we're gonna beat up this guy. I'll explain why later. So if you do a jump close to the ground and then do light attack, heavy attack, the game will think you're still on solid ground and allow you to input 2 more jumps. And the game is not built around you having a triple jump, as you just saw. So we are beating up these helpless scientists because they give us hyper snacks. These are kind of like an experience system in the game, and they can either be used to buff up your health stat or your attack stat. We're gonna be dumping all of our hyper snacks into attack power because we're gonna really need it later. And so our goal is, over the course of dealing with some of these enemies, we're looking for about 6 drops of hyper snack bags. We've gotten 3 so far, and if we don't get enough from here, no big deal. There's a bunch of different things we can do to back them up throughout the run. So we're gonna set a rabbit on fire, because we can. So this is another spot where we're gonna see the triple jump. There's like a whole like switchback room that you have to go through, but you can do a triple jump onto the pipe and then go through the glass because the game just allows you to do so. And that allows you to skip that whole room right there.
There's so much happening.
Yeah, there is a lot.
We haven't even touched on that you're beating up people with a rabbit.
Yeah.
A live rabbit.
A live rabbit who is constantly like making fun of you the whole game. It's great. So one of the themes of this game is that they built the collisions for the walls high enough for 2 jumps, but not for 3. So we're gonna sail through that wall.
Good.
And this will be the first time we see what's called a quad jump. So give me just 1 second. Nice, there we go. So I use what's called a quad jump there. All of those light fixtures are solid, which allows me to get past the door without having to unlock it the normal way.
Yeah, because 3 wasn't enough for you.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. We'll talk about the quad jump a bit more later, because we will be seeing it in a moment here. So as we're going through here, I want to give a huge shout out to basically the only person who has ever tried speedrunning this game, which is Ruik from England, who found the majority of the stuff you're going to be seeing. And it took a couple things like the thing you're about to see me do right now to be able to beat that, even though it's like a decade-old run. All right, so we're going to do a quad right here. This is going to get us up onto this fixture. Like that, triple jump from up here so that we can land out of bounds, and then we're gonna beat up the security guard from underneath the floor. So this is the backup.
What in the world?
Okay, there's our 6. Yeah, so I'm using Redmond through, while I'm out of bounds, Redmond goes inbounds while I attack, which allows me to pick up the hyper snacks through the floor. That's our 6 that we need, so we don't need to worry about the RNG anymore, which is really, really nice. So that is like the intro section of the run where the game is like telling us like, you know, how to platform, how to get around, sort of what the general mechanics are. And we've got a bit of a movement section here. So we're gonna talk a bit about how sprinting works. So I'm holding down the left or right trigger to sprint, and believe it, this is gonna sound really dumb, but it works exactly like it does in Dark Souls, where as your stamina drains as you sprint, and if your stamina fully runs out, then you have to wait until the bar completely replenishes before you can start sprinting again. So what I'm doing is I'm sprinting as much as I can until I'm almost out, and then I stop sprinting so that I can regain it and start sprinting again a little bit faster. And I'm throwing some jumps in here because you don't lose stamina while sleeping. So now we're in the central hub. The first thing we're gonna do is log out and use the the autosave here. There's some hyper snacks that we're gonna be grabbing that are freestanding along the way that I might have accidentally loaded the wrong save here. So this will potentially be funny. Yeah, I totally did, okay. So the quick start button in the option select is very inconsistent about which file it likes to load. So,
oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason we do this is that a couple of the hyper snacks that we want, because we broke the game so hard, they don't load in. So we have to reset the file in order to do that. And so I'm going to
That's
do
the first thing that's actually made sense.
Yeah. So we do a really annoying little quad jump off of that light fixture right there. That gets us 4 bags of hyper snacks. You're going to see that I'm already level 3 with 1 extra. That's how we know that we're on the correct experience route. Our goal is to hit level 4 by the time that we get to the final boss. And if we do, that's going to give us a huge DPS increase, which will be very needed. All right, so this is a pretty tricky part. I'm going to be doing a really annoying setup for a triple jump off of the top of this save point, which has a really annoying hitbox to work with. We're going to save just in case. All right, we got it. We're not out of the woods yet. That's the easy part. This is the hard part. So we're gonna go out of bounds because they didn't put the wall there. And then I'm gonna need some quiet time here because I have to toe the line between in and out of bounds here to not fall into a pit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Should be good to go. Okay, so what this out of bounds is doing, there are about, all right, whew, there we go. So there's like, there are 7 major wings or levels of the game that are like these huge sprawling areas, and we just skipped about 3 or 4 of them.
You're so good.
Yeah, so that skipped a couple of hours. We're gonna go skip a couple more.
A couple of hours?
Yeah, and we're about to do a couple more. This is called keycard skip. And what this does is there is a keycard from a boss fight in each of the 7 wings of the game that you have to get in order to progress past this room. But if I do a very particular that's not gonna quite work. So I have to basically get around this obstacle here above my head or else I'll bonk and it won't work. So I'm triple jumping up here. This slope is really funky. That's the best way I can describe it. That's a little too low. Yeah, so every time I hold forward or am jumping, I'll start sliding off of the slope. So it's actually really kind of annoying to get the proper position. This should work. There we go. So that's the first part. And so the lasers that keep you out without the key cards are still there. So I gotta do this. That's gonna clip me back in bounds, not out of the woods yet. Quad jump on top of the security terminal here. Triple up here, we're gonna go over the top of this wall, not quite. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do the quad setup. So every time you like get up, oh, that's bad. Okay, I may have to reload the save. So like I said, every time, I got very unlucky. Every time you jump on top of this thing, it pushes the hitbox down and I might be, oh, I saved it, let's go! Oh, that could have been
good.
That could have been really, really bad. Okay. So we just skipped about 90% of the game within like a minute or 2. And so this poses a problem for us because over the course of the game, from beating bosses and going to different places, we get more hyper snacks to buff our HP and our attack damage. And so because of that, from now on, most enemies will two-shot us. So yeah, see, I'm dead. So, and that's because I took damage from one of the security guards while setting up keycard skip, right? So luckily it'll just load us right back into the top of the elevator.
Bunny's like, come on, dude, get up.
Get up, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna attack here to skip a little bit of the animation. Oh, she's gonna be mean? Yeah, okay. These ninja office ladies are really, really annoying to deal with here. And this,
yeah, you know, just like they are in real life.
All right, so don't blink. And we're out of bounds. So this like water section here kind of sticks through the wall by complete accident. So you can stand on the wedge and then wiggle a little bit, and it just gets you through the wall. It's great. We're gonna hit this for just for marathon safety, and so you can kind of see that my sprint meter is getting down to the wire there. So I'm gonna, okay, we're good. Yeah, so she gave me the one attack that doesn't immediately murder me, so that is very good. And so we're gonna climb up here. And so what I'm gonna do is go, oh yeah, that's right, because I died, these spawn in immediately. That's very convenient. And this should get us level 4, good. And then this is one of the hardest quad jumps. Didn't get it, so I need the slam at the top there to get the height that I need. And then, all right, second try, pretty good.
Nice.
So what that skips is the button that I activated for safety, which enables all of the grapple points that we can use to actually get up to this elevator. And so now we are heading into kind of like we're going deep into late game now. We're heading into the ventilation system. And I know this game, you know what? What are your thoughts? You two have not seen this, so what are the
I'm having a
vibes?
fever dream.
So that's pretty much what I was gonna say. I feel like I'm asleep and my brain is just making this up.
Yeah, so what do you think about this?
Wait.
What? Oh,
Hey! So we're just, yeah, so no, there is literally a helium power-up, and you put, so just for context, for the lore, Redmond is the rabbit, and Spanx is the weasel. With an X.
Spanx.
Yeah.
With an X,
Sure,
because
yeah.
2003.
Yep.
And so, yeah, we do this, and then the balloon rabbit pops whenever we hit a ceiling like that. And so what we need to go do here is we need to go find a switch in order to basically pop off the lid off of this next section we're going into. We're gonna fall all the way back down, grab the helium, and then make our way all the way back up again. It's a little annoying, so this would be a great time for more donations.
And donations you shall have, Jaxler. We got $25 from CorundumCore saying, hey, Jaxler, greetings from this comfy blue chair behind you. So glad we got Whiplash in. Love you, buddy. And shout out to the SRROC crew.
Shout out to Rochester, baby.
Let's
Got a couple of y'all up on the back couch. All right, so we're gonna be flying for about a minute here, so the floor is yours for a couple here because we might not have time otherwise.
No, it's all good. I just want to let you know we are almost approaching nearly $5,000 remaining to get Silent Hill 2 into the schedule tonight. Woo! We got ourselves $100 from Hofu Manyama. Oh, saying, Silent Hill, never heard of it, but the young man wearing the triangular hat seems nice enough. Do not judge people by the geometry of their headwear, I'm just saying. But yeah, thank you for your donation and for putting that towards getting Silent Hill 2 into the run tonight. Nice, thank you.
Hey, you got like another 30 seconds here, so probably.
Yo, we got $10 from MTGGOD saying, so stoked to be at a GDQ event in person for the first time, and so stoked for that Silent Hill 2 bonus. We're so close, chat. Yes, we are. Keep it going, y'all.
glad you can make it, Joe.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe. I met him at last in-person Midwest Speed Fest.
Yeah,
super awesome human being. Yeah, no, we're just doing a little more floating. The nice thing about this upper elevator shaft is they didn't make the propellers big enough, so you can just like sit right here.
How did I get here? What is...
Yeah.
This is my life now.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure you made it out of that airport in Detroit.
I finally fell asleep, and this is what happens now. This is what my brain thinks of.
I think we're all just side characters in Helix's story right now.
No, hey, no, this is your show. This is your show. For Jaxler, come on.
All right, now we're going into one of my favorite sections, which is Hangar. So the whole plot of this game is that this facility, or this corporation called Genron, they experiment on animals, and that's bad. So one of the things that they're trying to do is like send animals to the moon, because of course, right?
Sure.
And so we're going through the hangar in which they have set up their rocket ship. And so there's gonna be a lot of cool skips that we can do in a moment. So the first thing that I'm going to be setting up for a little bit is there is a jet
Doing to that room.
Oh yeah, I've kind of forgot about this. So yeah.
No, not yet.
This game is so good. All right, so this jet engine moves on a set cycle, so I should clear it. Nice, okay, good. And so from here, managing my stamina a good bit, I'm trying to act like this is actually normal. We do a triple jump to get up here, and then I'm gonna do a quad jump setup into complete darkness here. This is actually going to land me into a kill plane for a later section. Oh, it didn't work. Yeah, sometimes this one's a little finicky, but we basically get infinity tries on this one, so no big deal. We basically have to cover a good distance, and I think my angle was a little too far to the left, so we're gonna give this one another go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this should work. Okay, so you see the steam over there? The level's not gonna load in, and then I'm gonna grab this checkpoint for safety. So you can see those like moving hazards over there. I'm gonna skip them by going around him on this side, and there's a little bit of set of ledges back here that we can use to completely skip that. And then on this last one, I'm gonna triple jump up here. Okay, sweet, that one's a little scary. One more really big sequence break. So in the 7th and final wing of the game, you're supposed to get a progression upgrade, which is literally a tranquilizer shot to make you immune to the effects of electricity. And so we are supposed to use that to grapple onto electrified grapple points, but we didn't get that because we skipped everything. And so I have to do a really, really difficult setup in order to completely get through this room the unintended way. So we're gonna start with a triple jump. Need really good height and distance here, and then jump as soon as I get on the slope, similar to the one in keycard skip. I'm gonna wait for those to go to the top, and then I'm gonna start counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That platform's our ledge. 3, 4. Gonna jump back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then we do the big leap of faith. I slammed like a frame too late. So that was pretty much like perfect. I just, I normally don't talk over this. I'm just like, I'm gonna shut up and do the skip, but it's just like, so essentially what I'm trying to do is swing off at a very specific point. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That should be good. Yes, there we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, that is by far the hardest skip in the run right there.
Why is this game so sick?
Yeah, and no,
Of course it is. It's a Jaxler game.
That's
but
true.
oh my goodness. No, this,
People are so mad about what you're doing to that rabbit.
no, it's really
Yeah.
funny because like, and you can look, no, you can fact check me on this. You can look it up. It's on like Wikipedia. Like, PETA, like that organization, like actually like approved of and like spoke out in support of this video game because the whole plot of the game is like dismantling this corporation that is animal testing in very unethical ways.
But
No, you're completely right.
No,
But
not justify the beast.
I love just the juxtaposition here between like this whole thing
This
and then
is
like
just so normal to me.
serious commentary and sick tricks out of bounds movement. It's like
I do really want to be clear though, this game is actually amazing. Like we skipped so much of the game's levels. This game has amazing tight platforming, exploration elements to it. It even has the freaking Metroid Prime 3D map in it because of course this game had to be that extra. This game rules. Please give it your time. It's really, really fun. But also the run is also fun in a completely different manner, especially if like these two, you have never seen this before.
Yes, thank you for telling me to come into this plot.
thank you for banning me from the game until now.
All right, so right here, I'm going to, so this ceiling doesn't have collision, so we're gonna triple jump over it, and then, oh, we actually still somehow saved that. Okay, nice. So we're in the final boss arena right now.
Oh,
and it's
cool.
it's a big 3-phase fight versus the CEO of Genron Corporation. And the way it works is like, the chain gets severed. For whatever plot contrivance reason, the chain can't be broken. And then it does, and then there's like 2 phases where you're just like on your own without the bunny. But what we can actually do is we can do a bunch of like jumping over invisible walls here in order to break these bookshelves in order to summon the Council of Monkey. And once we do that, it tricks the game into thinking that we've done the second phase of the fight. speeding us right into the third.
The Council of Monkey, isn't that my speed game?
Yeah. We also got a couple of skunks in here too. And then we're kind of on a set timer waiting for the game to catch up with all the nonsense that we did. So what I'm doing here is breaking all of this stuff. We're gonna, and I'll explain this as we get into the fight. We're waiting on the Council of Monkey and the skunk squad in order to give us the openings on the boss here. So this boss, very deadly. Basically unreactable attacks, and each will either one or two shot you.
Oh,
so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put him in the block stun, and then he's gonna get skunked by these radioactive skunks, and that's what makes him vulnerable. So what I need to do here is I'm essentially gonna try to stay like in this main part of the boss arena here for as long as I can get away with safely, because again, he does a boatload of damage. And the skunks are basically on a cooldown timer after they have unleashed their debuff on this boss, right? And so what I need to do is kind of guide the boss around the arena and make sure he kind of stays in the center. So yeah, so you saw how he did that like little hyper dash right there? He likes doing things like that. And if it's the wrong move, you will, yeah. See how he does like the car like squealing tires thing? Yeah, he wants to do that. So we're gonna let the Council of Monkey take care of him for us. For the time being. So basically, camera, please. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna jump back over the walls, and because these walls are supposed to disappear as part of the Phase 2 cutscenes, they never despawn because we never saw those. There's like a projectile that goes into them, destroying them, right? So the boss can't hit us from here. So we are safe for the most part. But now I have to do this really kind of complicated sequence to lure the boss into different parts of the arena by changing my like movements out here. And then I have to do a whole bunch of other stuff in reaction to what the monkeys are doing, because the monkeys can knock back the boss and keep him away from the wall, which is where I need him to be in order to be able to damage him through the wall. And so this is a big reason why we were so worried about having all the damage power-ups, is because this fight, because we're like 20 or something damage levels under what we're expected to have here. All right, so he is in a really annoying spot. The monkeys are kind of going to work. Oh, we got the Tilted Towers glitch there for a second too. So yeah, we're just gonna be chilling here for a good bit, so. Yeah, no, this is Whiplash for the PS2 and original Xbox. I probably should have mentioned this as well. We play on original Xbox because the loads are a bit faster. But, you know, there's basically, it's the only person running this right now is me, right? So it's like, you know, run on whatever you have. It's like a really, really cool game. And now that we have like resources and stuff, it's actually super accessible to get into. The Council of Monkey is really going ham. This is really not what I want. Okay, so they goofed off, so that's good.
I was rooting for the monkeys, okay.
No, they don't, they stun the boss, but they don't deal damage.
I see.
So we kind of need them out of the way, and there's things that you can do to get them out of the way, but this is like a third of the run is dealing with this fight. I'm not even joking. All right, I gotta be very careful because he is primed and loaded to do his instant transmission attack, which is where he does like the tire squeal, and it's basically frame 0 is when the hitbox starts. So that's why we're on this side of the wall and he's on that side of the wall. So we're gonna be chilling here for a little bit. So I guess we can squeeze in a couple more before the end of the run, I guess.
Yeah. We got $25 from Cuboid64 saying, good to finally see Whiplash. Not just at a GDQ, but outside of an EGM article I read years and years ago.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the donations. We're gonna be here a little bit. The skunks are kind of being evil, so go for it.
Of course, we have an anonymous $25 donation saying, a rabbit for a weapon? Why not? It worked in Monty Python. And we have $5 from Snoring Frog. They say, hearing someone say it's exactly like Dark Souls about any aspect of Whiplash is probably one of the few things more surprising and wonderful to me than finding someone else who has even heard of the game at all have to donate for this absurd rabbit-wielding weasel. Thank you, Snoring Frog.
Oh my goodness. All right, and now of course, now that like I've shut up, the skunks are starting like eclipsing each other in the perfect alignment. Pretty much what you want is the skunks to be on offset rotation. So it's like about a 10 to 15 second cooldown, unless you get very lucky, where it's like the skunks are really shy. And so they kind of need to, just like, I don't know.
There are so many sentences out of context here that would be amazing.
So ideally what you want is one skunk to spray the boss, and then like that, the next skunk comes in, so that you're basically restacking the buff. Okay, it took us a while to get here, but they're finally being really nice, because sometimes they can wander wherever the heck they want. Wow, the monkeys are going ham, so I'm actually going to go over to the right here and put them on this wall. This is one of those types of fights where you just have to learn to read the fight and come up with solutions to problems. So, gonna be a little safe here just because we're already at the tail end of the fight, and I really don't want to die, because if we do, that health bar goes all the way back to full.
Oh, no.
Yeah, which is, even though this is like a 20-something minute long run, that's why the estimate is 10 minutes extra. Yeah, so time is going to be on final hit, but who knows when we're going to get our next skunk opening. So it looks like it's going to be this, but the Council of Monkeys going kind of bananas right now.
I get it.
It's kind of what they do, Okay, good. So that was on purpose. I wanted to do that overhead, because if he does that kick flip afterwards, it can get the monkeys off of him. So now I can start to move the boss over. Now the monkeys are kind of in a better spot. The skunks, get ready on time. Time's on final hit. So it's probably going to be one more skunk opening. Yeah. Oh, he's just chilling.
There's no help. Come on.
All right, get ready on time. Get ready on time. Oh, come on. Not the monkeys, me. Oh, I don't even get the opening. Oh, and he's tilted at the towers again. Gosh dang it. All right, get ready on time. Time. Oh, we got a low 24 too with everything that happened. That is so great.
Oh gosh, I feel like my life course has been irreversibly altered. Thank you for bringing me here to experience this.
I also, unfortunately, in the chaos of it all, we missed a great line from the CEO where he's like, "Did you know that rabbits and weasels are enemies in the wild? I'm fired." One of his rare voice lines in that fight is, "You're so fired," because it's just like making fun of like corporate America and animal testing nonsense. But yeah, no, like I said, despite what you just saw, in spite of what you just saw, this game is so good. It is so underrated. Please give this game a shot casually. I was like, I like.
Who's this?
Oh, that's like the romantic side plot.
What? What? I'm glad you asked.
Yeah. See what I mean? You need to play this game, okay? And if you want to learn the speed run, then it's a great time to do so, okay? Because we've got a full any percent tutorial up on the GDQ's channel. We actually did it as a part of How to Train a Speedrunner. Goes over everything you just saw me do. And we also have a Discord with like 3 people in it. So you should come join that so I feel less bad about that population count.
We can like double that so easily.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Quadruple that. Come on.
Yeah. And if anybody has any questions about running this game, I'm super approachable. Come find me. I'm super chill about things like that. I just want to give a brief thank you to 2 people. For one, Ruik, who was the one who found basically everything you just saw. And it literally took 10 years for his old any percent record to be broken. Not because no one did it, but because it was actually that difficult to beat. Which just goes to show, how much of a goat he was. Lastly, I want to thank everyone at GDQ for allowing me to do this again. This was a backup game, and I tend to run the weird stuff like this, right? So, this is kind of the stuff reserved for like the graveyard shift, right? So to be able to do it on prime time in front of a huge crowd with all my friends with me just means so dang much to me.
You deserve it.
All right.
You really do.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. If you want to see more of this, you can find me at twitch.tv/Jaxler1. I will also be doing another run later this week on Thursday at 7 a.m. I'm doing Pseudo Regalia. Be on the lookout for that. That is an amazing run.
Do not miss it.
Vouch.
Shoutouts to CorundumCore and Helix, but you've probably already followed them by now because they're really cool.
Yeah.
Go find them as well. We're going to get off stage. Thank you so much, CDQ. Have a good evening.